This conference will now be recorded.
So did I explain you types of import in the last class?
I think normal.
Okay. So when I come into import, what is the reason we are using imports? Any idea?
Two ways. One is we are importing Python local functions or methods. Another one, when we create a modules, we can use those modules by using the import statement.
Local methods and functions. I never used import function there so far. Directly I'm using the function directly and I'm executing the function.
Yeah.
And method also the same. But when you have a method in different file in the same folder, not a different folder, like for an example, right now all my files are in the same folder. When my executions are, my programs are in the same folder, and one program I want to be use it in a different file, then I can use import function. For an example, mod1 I want to use it in mod2. You can see mod1 I written a program here, but I did not call it. I just written a program saying that whenever I'm executing, the system has to say hello from mod1, and I have one global variable. Since it is outside of the class, x equal to 10, outside of function, not a class, define display1. So there is a function called display1, and that function we are going within the function. I have some lines of program. Here the program is from the display function is from the mod1 and x value is so and so. This is the program which is written in mod1, but instead of executing from here, I want to execute this lines from the program 2, nothing but from the different script. Then I use import function, import mod1. When I use a function called import and the mod1 is available in the same folder, then the properties what I have, properties are nothing but the functionalities whatever you have it in the mod1 will be copied to, you can able to trace in the mod2 also. Is it clear what I'm trying to say?
Yes, Amar.
Now in this program again I'm creating one more variable, y equal to 20. Is it a global or static or non-static? Which one is this? Y equal to 20. Outside of the function only. It's not within the function. Sorry? It is a local variable or a global variable or a static variable or a non-static variable.
Global variable.
Right. So now I want to do some kind of summation between x and y. X is the global variable which is available in your mod1. You can see here. X is available in mod1 and I just have x2 in my mod2, nothing but y equal 20. I want to do summation between these two. So x is not a part of mod2 file, it is a part of mod1 file. So whenever I'm calling a variable or a function from the different file or a different library or a script, then I need to prefix with the file name, nothing but module name. So here the module name is mod1, the file name .x. So the x is available in a mod1. The system can recognize like that, plus y. I'm storing the values into z. Now again I'm creating one more function here, def show. So print, there is some print I'm giving. The display is from the mod2. Now x value is so and so. So x value is nothing but coming from mod1. So I'm going to prefix with mod1 dot x, and y is coming from the same file, mod2 file. So I'm not no need to give any prefix. Directly you can give y. And z is also coming from the same file, mod2 only. So no need to give prefix z. Now I want to call this display function which is available in mod1 in a mod2 itself. So mod1 dot display. Display is the function name. I'm calling from the different file. So I'm going to prefix with the file name. Now finally I'm going to display show, the function name. When I execute the show, system is going to display x value, y value, z value, and also execute the display one function. Is it clear?
Yes, Samar.
So now you can see x value, mod from display from the mod1, hello from modi, not modi, mod1, y value, z value, and from the display mod1 x value is 10. So that is the display what we given here. Now you want to see what are the directory or modules or anything is available in the particular folder or particular file. Nothing like mod1 or I don't know what are the files are available in the mod1, or what are the functions are available, or what are the variables are available. Then print dir mod1. If I use this one, you can able to see the folders, subfolders, functions, variables, everything. Whatever is available in mod1, you can able to see it. This is generally use it when you are using a bigger programs and using multiple files, uh, global files, or if you're using a standard file, standard of folders like pandas. I want to know what are the functions are available, what are the inbuilt variables are available. If you want to know something, then you can use direct. This directories will help you. What are the functions are available? Just for an example purpose, import math. Math is an existing library similar like your pandas and numpy, and math will help you when you want to. Let me copy this one and into new file. When I'm executing, should not be disturb others. Why it's not copying? So import math is similar like pandas and numpy. I'm going to use a math function within the directory, and I'm going to display it so that you can see the list of the functions which are available in math. Now within the math, I may have thousands of functions, but I want to see only one function syntax. Then you can use a help function, help option. When you see the help option, you can able to see how this power function will works. Then you can able to execute it. Now you can see the math function have all these things. You have a pow, you have a tan h, tan, square root, sin, or e, or degree. All these related to radians, remainder, log. All these are different functions which are available within the module called math, which is the library which is available in your Python environment. It's not created by you. Now I want to know how this function called pow. Just now I seen pow. How this? What is the syntax of this one? How can I execute this one? Means you can use help in bracket the library name, the module name dot pow. Library module function. Three are different. Function at local. uh, all the functions you can make it as a group. Nothing but a library module. All the different modules you can make it into one library. So here pow math.pow, nothing but module dot pow, because pow syntax I want to know power. So when I use this syntax help option, you can see the syntax like this: power in bracket x comma y variable. So math.power in bracket x value I'm giving as 2 comma y value I'm giving as 3, and I'm going to display it. So you can able to see it. Now I want to know every syntax for every function which is available in math. So just use help in open and bracket the module name. So you can see skews test to 70 lines. So Akas, Akas H, Asian, Asian H. So all the functions which are available here along with the syntaxes you can see. Gamma, hypoth, every syntax you can find out. Square root, mod, radius, sin, tan, everything you will find it. There are some values which you will not find syntaxes, but you direct number you can find. Those are like infinity, NaN, pi value, e value. All these are standard in a mathematics. So you will not find the syntax for these values. You will find the direct number, which is a fixed one, like a data, instead of finding a syntax. When system identify the e, system automatically take this number. Clear? Any questions? How it works?
No.
Now, if I'm coming back to the subject, type of import. Just now I used only import and the module name. Import and module name. But in reality, import and module name will not be good enough. Sometimes there might be a requirement. I don't want to prefix with the file name like mod1.x, mod1.display, mod1. Some variable name. I don't want to prefix with that. In those scenario, what I can do is I can go with different imports. Instead of going for normal import, I go with from import. So normal import is nothing but just importing the import the file name or import the module name. But when I come into from import, I'm going to prefix with I'm going to be explicitly mentioning what are the variables or what are the functions you want or properties you want to import from one file to other file. You can see here from, I'm just using a prefix as a from mod1 import x comma display. X is going to be a global variable, display is going to be a function. From mod2 import y comma show. So from the mod2 file, import y variable, global variable, and show function to the new file called mod3. So I'm just using creating a new file mod3. So since I use the from function, from going forward, x and y variables are a display or show function not required to prefix with the file name. So z equal to x plus y. So x variable is coming from mod1, y variable is coming from the mod2, but I'm not giving a prefix as a mod1 dot x and mod2 dot y. I'm not giving like that. I'm just directly giving the variable names like x plus y, since I given in initial step itself. So z equal to x plus y. Define compute display, call the function of display and call the function of show and print z compute. So in this entire program, I nowhere prefix with the module names, module 1 or module 2. Clear? Any questions? What is the difference between normal import and from import?
Oh, no.
Now there might be a requirement, not one or two variables. You may require to call all the variables. When you require to call all the variables, then instead of giving the variable names like x comma display, y comma show, better to give star. If you give the star, it is indirectly nothing but all the variables which are available in the file is referring to a new file. So all the properties will be referred. So mod1 from mod1 import star, in the sense all the properties, it can be x variable, it can be z variable, it can be a variable, b variable, or function 1, function 2, function 3, whatever it have, everything will be referred to a new file called module 3. That is the meaning of star. There is no exception here. Every variable has to be called, every function has to be called. Clear? Any questions? Now I have some data here in some file, Studentmarks.py. I just given a global variable maths equal to 100, physics equal to 30, chemistry equal to 30. And I have one function within that. Within the file, def display max value, physics value, chemistry value. I just saved it. I did not call the functional display. I'm not doing any kind of operation on this file. Now, I'm opening another file, renaming the module. I'm just modifying the file name. So rename is the module, import the student marks, and doing some kind of operations on that and display it. So here total equal to student marks dot max plus student marks dot physics plus student marks dot chemistry, because I just used import student marks. I'm not doing anything. And print total. What is happening here in the sense, don't you think that the previous file name is a bigger one, like student marks? It's a lengthy name, right? Are you getting my point?
Yeah, yes, Amar.
So right now student marks is just maybe 10 letters or 20 letters, but who knows, in going forward we may have 100 letters of a file name. Those scenario we can use alias name, nothing but renaming. When you're importing, you're going to be import the you're importing that file with alias name you're referring. So import the student marks as S1. So going forward, I'm going to use a alias name, just similar like our nicknames. So student marks, I'm going to be refer as S1, and it is not going to be update your backend file. It's just referring name for your student names. Going forward, what I can do is, instead of using student marks, I'll use S1 alias names. How similar like your programming language like C, SQL, and other programming languages. Same similar like that renaming. So instead of using student marks, I use S1.max as S1.physics, S1.chemistry. So S1 is the alias name for student marks. Indirectly or referring the student marks only. So when you see average, total marks by 3. When you see display, you can see the marks, total marks and average marks both. Any questions on this?
No.
Now, whatever we did so far is just like a user defined functions, user defined operations. But inbuilt, we have some functions, some modules are available in operating system. So in OS module itself, within the OS module, we have got some following functions such as get CWD, nothing but getting current working directory, which working directory I'm working currently, which folder I'm working. You have a laptop, and you have in a laptop you have C drive, D drive, and E drive, and in each drive you have different folders and subfolders. But currently my file is located in which directory, which folder, which subfolder. If you want to know, you can use a function called get CWD. Get CWD is nothing but the function which helping you to know which current working directory you are using. So for example, why it's not working? I'll tell you in a few seconds. I'll tell you. So list directory, to see the list of the files in the particular folder or in a directory, then you can use list directory. CHDIR, if you want to be changed from one folder to other folder, the reference path, then you can use chdirect. And if you want to create a new folder itself, then you can use mk directory. Or if you want to rename the file folder, nothing but directory name. So when I use a term called folder, it is nothing but directory name where you are writing or reading the files. If you want to rename the files or a directory, then you can use rename. Or if you want to remove a file, you can use remove. Or if you want to remove an empty directory. You might be created for some temporary purpose and you want to remove that folder itself or remove the directory itself. Then you can use rmdir. And there is a requirement, the project was be closed and going forward you don't require the backup also. If you want to remove the folder along with the content what you have in the file, maybe files, then you can use rm3. So you can use rm3 to remove the directory within the content with content. Any questions? Are getting my point?
Yes, Amar.
Yes, Amar.
So import os print what is that? Module name is os dot get c
Get
working
C.
directory. So it's working or not? I close it. You can see where my 1.py is located. That one is showing. So you can see the file is here in desktop. So same location system is showing. Get C working directory. Clear how it works? Now you want to see the list of files which are available here. So dot list working directory. Now what is the syntax? List directory. You can see these are the files which are available here. And if you observe here, whether it is a file, different type of extensions or a folder, system is updating. You can see my folder is available here. My PDF file is showing. So the files are a directories. Directories are nothing but folders. Both will be showcased here. And any type of file which with different extensions. You can see docs, PDF, and other files. What are things are available? Everything will be shown. Clear what I'm trying to say? So list directory. Any questions on this? Amar, I don't want to see the desktop. I want to see a different folder. For example, I have a many folder. Within the many folder, today we are discussing about day 29. This folder data I want to see. Then select the syntax and paste it into your list dir. So when you give list dir system, you can able to see only the particular folder directory instead of seeing the current directory. The current directory where the file is located, that is called current directory. And the location where you want to see is if you want to see particular location, then give the entire path. Clear what I'm trying to say? Any questions? Or if you want to change the directory from one location to other location, the file location, whatever it may be, then you can use chdir. When you use chdir and in bracket give the location name, system will take the particular location and it will change the directory. Any questions? Executed. Are getting my point?
Yeah, Amar.
Similarly, when you want to make a directory, just use os.make directory and some colon where you want to be created. Just give the location, full location path. Then the particular folder in the particular path wherever you mentioned, the file is going to be created. And the last whatever you given, that is going to be your folder name. Here I given reference as Amar. So the folder the folder will be created with Amar name. So in F colon. In my system it will be show error because I don't have a folder itself. I just created for example purpose. Now within the existing folder, where the current folder where you have currently desktop, I want to create one more directory, one more folder. Then you make directory without giving any file entire path. Just give the file name what you the folder name what you want to be create. So Python directory 4. I just given example name. So the folder will be created with this name called Python directory 4. Now I want to rename the Python directory 4 with some other name, maybe Yamini folder. So then use change directory. Sorry, rename directory. Rename directory will help you to rename the folder name or a file name from one name to other name. So rename you can give. Or no, I'm not going to use this file. Just use remove directory. So os.remove in bracket the folder name. Any questions? Now you want to remove the file, folder or a file only if it exists. Give a comment. If it's not existing, just say that the file is not exist. So those scenario within the function you can use if condition also. So if os.path exist is the function which I'm using, it will go and check whether the file is available. So I'm giving the path name along with the file name python 1.py. So this file, if the file is existing within this path, system is saying yes or no. So true, then os.remove. So remove the file. What file I need to remove? Whatever I entered here. Else, print the file does not exist in a particular folder. Clear what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, ma'am.
Now, this is the hard coded, the file syntax. Why don't you do user input? Can I do? This should be a user input, so that just create a dummy name for small assignment purpose. Create a dummy file, dummy folder, but it should be in user input. No, I don't want c:/python/python1.py. Should be hard coded here. Should be dynamic. User should have a pop-up. Please enter the file syntax. When the user enter the syntax, the system has to go and verify if the file is existing. Remove that. If the file is not existing, system has to respond saying that the file is not exist. Are you getting my point? That is the assignment for you.
Okay.
I'm just asking you to add one more line. That's all. Nothing else.
Mhm.
If you want to remove the empty directory, just use os.remove directory. os.remove directory. Not required to display. I'm just removing. So I'm not using print option. It's just to remove it. So os.rmd here and the entire path where the directory is located. So I'm trying to remove sample dir1 from the Amini folder, which is located in Python folder, the main folder, subfolder, and in that subfolder again one more minis folder. So remove directory. So in this entire path, the last one is going to be a folder sample dir that is going to be removed. So again, when you see the list directory, this particular folder will not be there. Sample dir1. If you want to remove the content, the directory along with the content, then you can use rm3. For that, importing OS is not good enough. You also require shuttle. So there are two modules I'm going to be import. One is shuttle, other one is OS. These two folders has to be there when you want to use rm3. So shuttle.rm3. This rm3 is available in a module called shuttle. In bracket, the directory name or folder name, where I have some content, maybe one or two files or hundreds files. And now I decided I don't want to take a backup of all 100 files, and I want to remove all 100 files along with the folder name, nothing but directory name. So just use rm3 and give the entire syntax. If you are already available in the same directory, not required to give entire path. If you are in different folder, better to give entire path, c:/python/amini/67amist/ and the folder name python recordings. Then system will remove all the recordings, all the files, and what are the content is available within the folder will be removed along with the file directory. When you see again, you will not find this folder. It will be vanished. Clear? So be cautious when you're using rm3. It will remove the content as well. Any questions?
Normal.
How about Giri?
No.
So we'll stop for the day, and tomorrow we'll discuss the coming sessions. So what we learned is functions we learned. So there are different functions we can able to import with the help. We can able to, when you are using within the program, we call it as a function. The same function, if you want to be use it in a different program, nothing but mod 1 to mod 2, we are preferring to use modules. But we not yet come to libraries, numpy library, pandas library. So for that time, what I need to do is, what if I have these modules are different folders? Right now, I am always proposing the two files, mod1 and mod2, should be in the same folder. Then only I can able to access. For an example, mod1 and mod2 are in the same folder. With the help of I can import function, I can do it. So we call it as a modules. What if the mod1 is in different folder, mod2 is in different folder, mod3 I'm creating in a desktop. I want to use mod1 functionality, mod2 functionality in a module 3, a new file. So how to use those? We not yet discussed. That is called libraries. So functions, we made it as modules. With all the functions grouped together, we call it as a modules. All the modules grouped together, we call it as a library. Clear?
Yeah.
At a broader level. At a broader level. So if you start practicing your functions and modules, libraries are nothing. Once you understand libraries, pandas and numpy are just like tips. That much easy. The reason is, ultimately everything is nothing but operation, small bits and pieces operation. So do not think that those are like oceans. Those are nothing. Similarly, what you did so far, the same thing you're doing, calling a file, reading a file, and doing the manipulation. If I'm asking you to do input a file like a CSV file and do some kind of mathematical operation, can't you able to do it if you know how to read the file?
Yeah, we can do that.
Map function you can use for data transformation, or if I'm asking you to do add some 5000 to each numerical data, you know how to add it. Or if you want to take some kind of logical decision, use if condition. Or if you want to repeat iteration times, you can use while loop or for loop. So same thing, whatever we learn will be repeated when it comes to pandas and library. If you practice now, that will be easy. Clear?
Yeah.
Kiri, any questions?